US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, during a 2-hour call on Tuesday, agreed to an immediate halt on strikes targeting Ukraine's energy and infrastructure. However, Putin declined to support the broader 30-day ceasefire pushed by the US administration. The White House called it a first step towards peace, aiming for a maritime ceasefire in the Black Sea and an eventual end to the conflict. It added that negotiations on these measures would begin immediately in the Middle East.
The fact that two leaders of great powers are talking is itself a good sign. It may not be total satisfaction in terms of the cessation of all hostilities, but at least it's a step forward. And energy facilities in both the countries affect not just Russia and Ukraine, but they also affect the wider world, and in particular the populations of Ukraine and Russia, because without the energy supply, be it in terms of power or in terms of oil and gas, people suffer. So it's a good first step.
The Kremlin said Putin welcomed Trump's call for a maritime ceasefire and agreed to negotiate its details. He also informed Trump that Russia and Ukraine will exchange 175 prisoners on Wednesday. Russia will also hand over 23 wounded Ukrainian soldiers. Putin backed the US proposal in principle but insisted on guarantees that Ukraine won't use the pause to rearm or mobilize. He also reiterated demands for Ukraine to renounce its demand for NATO membership, reduce its military, and protect Russian language and culture to maintain Moscow's influence.
After all, Ukraine was not involved in Putin-Trump talks, even though Ukraine has been the actor behind the scenes. But the fact is that it was an agreement between Putin and Trump. So naturally, if the supplies of intelligence and other information continues to one side, it cannot be called a ceasefire, even in that limited sphere of infrastructure and energy facilities.
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky remains skeptical of Putin's commitment to peace, stating in his nightly address, Putin continues to drag out this war. On Wednesday, Zelensky dismissed Putin's vow to halt strikes on energy infrastructure, calling it at odds with reality after overnight drone attacks.